One of the biggest things that we face today as men is we don't feel like we're good enough. We don't feel like we actually have what it takes to do the thing, to do life, to be dads, to be bonus dads, to be all that we need to be, especially at work. And then we give ourselves to everyone else except ourselves. Hi, my name is Jesse, and this is the Valiant Lifestyle. And in this video, I'm going to take you through what I feel it takes to be a modern day man, a modern day dad, father, bonus father in today's rush. If you haven't already, and this is your first time on the channel, welcome. And I would like to invite you to subscribe. You just hit the little filter right here, the little button. It'll come down to all, click all, and then my notifications, all notifications when videos come available will be sent to you. All right. So in this video, I wanted to talk to you, my man. And it's many times when you feel like you get down on yourself. And you know what? I'm one of those guys that does this every now and then, where I just feel like things aren't going my way, and I don't feel like I've been productive in the day, and I just can't get my point across with the kids. Or maybe, you know what? I'm falling short on during Christmas. There were a couple days in there where I felt like I didn't do enough for this body. But in the grander scheme of things, it all shook out. It all shaked out. Okay. It's okay. Like, it is really okay to be you. It is okay to be you. What is not okay is for you to keep on thinking that you're not enough. And that looks like this. That looks like crapping on yourself when you don't get everything done in the day. Meanwhile, you don't even have a checklist to the things that you do in the day, and you're keeping track of everything in your head. Wow. I've done that. I've been caught myself. I caught myself doing that just recently, actually, too. Another thing we don't do enough of, and we think it's just this frou-frou thing, but journaling. Journaling is actually very helpful. It is very helpful. It allows all those little trapped feelings and thoughts inside of our head to get out. They're meant to be outside of your body. I don't care what you say, and don't argue with me. Don't argue with me. It's not meant to sit inside of you, because what it does is it sits there and it festers. It becomes anger. And you know what anger becomes? The big C. And you don't want that over time. So it also, if you can't find the time to write, to journal, I want you to go onto a website where you can order, and you know that big one that starts with A, and this is not a promotion for them. A ends with N, and invest in a digital recorder, and just start recording yourself as you talk. And what that'll allow you to do is two things. One, you'll hear yourself out loud talking about the thoughts and feelings you have that are really bothering you, irritating you, pissing you off. And two, you can go back and replay that stuff if you've got to review it for any reason to remember when you forget about things. That is something that I use. I've got a recorder, and I've got a journal. I also have a program on my computer where it's an app where I can record messages, and it's basically like recording my own scripture. What does that have to do with anything about feeling good enough? Here's what it does. When you crap on yourself and you get all these thoughts in your head about what you are and you aren't, you create all this redundant stress in there, and then it overlaps, and then it collapses on itself, and you feel like you implode. And it's so important that you get that out so that you can start feeling like you're actually doing something to help your body from feeling not good enough. From feeling not good enough. I can barely get that out there, but that's what it is. And there are many other examples that I could share with you. I mean, what else do we do? We get caught in childhood stories of previous things that we learned from our parents, or, you know, when they were upset at us and what they said to us and what we said to them. And sometimes what I find I do is I get back in that. I'll get back in something my dad said or my mom said, and then beep, beep, you know, triggered. It sets off a whole host of things in my body that start up little stresses about not feeling good enough. And then what you end up doing sometimes, and you don't even know it, you end up over-explaining things. You end up talking in circles to people because you feel like, well, you just, that's what you do. You over-explain. You're just exasperated. You're not really pensively thinking what you're thinking about, let alone remember what you're thinking about to be able to encode it in some sort of emotion so that you know what you're saying. So there's no memory of it because you're just in this stressed out, and it's not really fight or flight. It's more like freeze or fawn, but you keep talking. You keep talking. And you don't need to prove yourself to anybody, my man. You don't. I mean, this message is for all you men out there, or you find yourself in a situation where you just feel exasperated. You've given yourself all day to your coworkers, to your family, to your wife, to your bonus children, but you have left nothing in the tank for yourself. And that is why you feel upset and angry, and that is the I'm not good enough program you keep running that stresses you out. I'm here to tell you it's okay, but I'm here to tell you the problem is the solution. You are both the problem and the solution, and you get to make the decision to do this. And what do I mean by do this? Start making way forward. Stop talking inside your own head, telling yourself you're not enough in ways that aren't those words but are similar. I can't do that. I'm not good enough at that. I can't speak that language. I don't know enough about... Stop! Just stop! You realize that you put yourself down when you do this. And your kids hear that. And then they pick up what you're saying. They do the same things. And whether you know it or not, they are living what you're leading. They are living what you're leading. You don't want that. You're passing on the family curse. So, what do you want to do? You're the solution, right? The glass is half full? Okay. So make this the day. Set forth now. I declare that I will move forward the best way that I can, with the best knowledge that I can, and love myself like I've never loved myself before. Say it again. I declare, you can say it in different words too if you don't like those. I declare that I will move forward the best way that I can, with the best knowledge that I can, and love myself the best way I know how. Okay? Write that down. I'll give you a minute. Or, a few seconds. All right. So, what did we learn today? That you run, like me, many little programs, stories, whatever they are, that makes you feel like you're not good enough. And the things that you say, like, I'm not doing that, I can't do that, I won't do that, are little spells you cast yourself. Your brain hears, your body hears, which prevent yourself from doing anything like that in the future. And that's something that you might have heard in your childhood or from other people and you believed it. It stops now. It stops now. All right. So I want to emphasize that this is something that I want you to do. But I also want to give you the opportunity to reach out to me. And you can do that by going to thevaliantlifestyle.com and then book your 30-minute complimentary discovery call with me, and we can talk about all of that. But let's see if we're the right fit first, because you might really not want this yet. Or you might. But let's see if this works for you. I want this to work, and I want this to resonate. I want you to be passionate from here on in out to make that decision to do it. All right. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Let's do this.